Alright. I believe it is time for some Death and Taxes content. Drum roll. As soon as my thing loads. There we go. Drum roll, because Wrenn Six got banned. Fuck that card. We are free from our earthly shackles of not being able to cast, not being able to play our X1s. They banned the Prodigal Sorcerer that also hits all of their land drops for the rest of the game and completely nullifies your mana denial plan, and everything is right in the world. So we're going to play some more Death and Taxes. We're playing some Celebration Death and Taxes today. I'll probably be just streaming Death and Taxes all week, you know, just getting in the groove with it. As soon as you saw Wrenn Six ban, I thought, actually, this stream's going to be hyped tonight. Hell yeah! Fuck Wrenn Six. That card sucks. Card is a major buzzkill, and now we're finally free. So let's play some let's cast a bunch of X1s. My problems just don't matter anymore because Wrenn got banned. Yes, exactly. Fuck your problems. They're not my problems. Everything's fine. And by everything's fine, I mean the meta is a little bit of the Wild West right now. We never really got to see this meta. So this meta essentially looks like the war meta plus like a couple of cards we got between now and then, like Plague Engineer, a couple of the other like Modern Horizons cards, probably like only Mystic Forge and Veil from M20, and then like Oko and Once Upon a Time from Eldraine, and then like Emery and stuff, I guess. But we didn't really get to see this meta because Wrenn Six like stifled so much development on what decks would look like. There were a lot of decks that got new toys that just like were completely obsoleted because Wrenn Six, like Miracles. Miracles is, I think, Miracles is definitely on my radar as a deck that I'm concerned about in terms of a Death and Taxes player, not in terms of like power level, like it's going to be like too good. I don't think. I hope at least. But we're finally back to Moms now. We are. I'm gonna go over some of the cards and talk before we actually get started with the league here, because there's a lot to talk about, right? With the deck customization, and I'm sure that the 75 that I'm showing on screen is like very wrong, and I'm gonna make a lot of changes, especially in a like big influx meta period like we are now in. Death and Taxes is definitely hard to just like nail down what a good list looks like. So you really just kind of gotta like shoot from the hip for a little bit until we kind of like figure out what the actual good decks are that come out. But I'm back on Moms with a little asterisk of if the meta turns out to be one that like Engineer is actually like a oops, I did not turn my volume down. If Plague Engineer turns out to be like a very ubiquitously like still very powerful and popular card, to the extent that like your Mother and Thalia curves are just getting absolutely ranched by Wrenn Six, then maybe like Giver of Runes is still necessary. Also, Detry, thanks for the 13-month resub. Wrenn Six is in fact gone finally. Now we get to cast our Thalias. Very excited. But yeah, definitely excited to cast Mom over Giver of Runes, but I am keeping a watchful eye on how much other X1 hate exists in the format. Luckily, I don't think Plague Engineer really is going to see play outside of the decks that were playing it previously. Grixis Control, Grixis, Delver, like Bug that might rise up now. We're not just getting housed by like every deck playing green and red or black, just being able to just kill your X1s, which is just like every fair matchup because all the Toucher decks died because of Wrenn Six. What if you call the bad cards from Mentor's Cards and free artifacts? Could there be a deck there? Good question. I certainly am not going to just drop Bomberman. I'm going to keep playing it. I enjoyed the deck. I think the deck might be in a better, like, might be still in a pretty happy position. I have one concern about Bomberman is that, like, if the Fair Chalice decks get better, then that makes Bomberman worse. Like, your Eldrazi and your Red Prism matchup are probably some of your worst matchups. Brightling Wen. Yeah, I kind of want to fit into Brightling. I'm going to talk a little bit about that as well. So there are some cards that I'm interested in trying, but just am not trying in this. I just kind of want to just run a more stock list through the ringer. The big thing is I kind of want to get a feel for like how the Sanctuary Miracles matchups feels nowadays, and like and how to overcorrect, or at least just correct for that matchup. Because that's definitely one on my radar as a deck that, if not very good, is going to be a very popular deck because people are now like their Tundras are now unbanned. People get to play Tundra again, so I think it will be out in force, even if it actually doesn't end up being like that good. Which I'd be a little shocked if it wasn't that good, because Miracles was very good pre... I guess it was kind of taking a little bit of a beating with War of the Spark coming out, but like, pre-War, Miracles was very strong. And post-War, like, you would just get, like, dumb tools to fight, to beat up, like, the other Miracles decks with, like, Teferi and Narset and stuff, but I remember Patrick was talking about Arcanist being bullshit during that iteration. Do you have any idea how many versions of Miracles have deleted on MTGO today? Exactly. It's a good time to be playing Tundras again. Alexa, Return of the Mac. But yeah, Brightling is actually on my radar. I think it's one of your premier threats if Miracles gets out of hand, and if the Miracles matchup gets out of hand in general. I think Brimaz is probably a safer hedge between like the Tundra decks and the rest of the format. Brimaz being stronger against the Baleful Strix decks, even if a little bit, and like stronger against the Delver decks. Suspect the deck will struggle early as we figure out what we should actually be doing. Yeah, for sure. That's going to be the case for a lot of the decks that were kind of under Wrenn Six's foot, is that like no one really knows what the good list should look like now, especially because also we're in a bunch of turmoil as the meta shakes out post Wrenn Six. That's kind of always the nature of control decks. And like Death and Taxes as like kind of a control deck, but mostly as a... Death and Taxes is more a deck that likes to react to the meta more than a control deck, but kind of in the same vein. Other than that, what else is on my list? Squadron Hawk was also on my maybe board list of cards if Terminus gets out of hand. Like, unironically, Squadron Hawks might be good if Terminus is the premier removal spell. My big concern about the play pattern of the Miracles matchup, specifically, and I keep talking about this because it's been the thing that's at the forefront of my mind, I think a lot of the decks stay the same, except for if the Tundra decks come back. And if the Tundra decks come back, the play pattern of getting Terminus and then being able to rebuild from that is one that a lot of Death and Taxes players are already familiar with, and have done a lot of thinking about like how to rebuild from the Terminus board state and how to like prepare and stuff. But it gets thrown way out of whack because once you get Terminus the first time, now every single fetch line in their deck is just a second Terminus, and then after that, every single fetch line in their deck is just a third Terminus. I think most of the people that are playing Sanctuary can get away with 2, so like it's just really, really nutty that that the first Terminus just comes straight with the second and third Terminus tied to it, which seems a lot harder for creature decks like Death and Taxes to beat. Definitely something that I am a little bit concerned about, and we'll be working towards trying to deal with. But other than that, I think my sideboard is really bad, but obviously no one's sideboard is really going to hit all of the right notes in this like nonsense meta that we have as people try to figure out what they're doing. Wouldn't be surprised if we have to splash and play only 1 or 0 Sanctuary. Oh, okay, that'd be interesting. Even like 1 Sanctuary is pretty backbreaking for Death and Taxes, I think. I think the guarantee of a second Terminus after your first Terminus is like pretty good. Kier Touch, thanks for the follow, and all the time, thanks for the 18-month resub. Appreciate it. It looks like a sideboard reading. I hate Miracles. Bro, I've been subbed for 19 months. Did it say 18 months last time? Hang on, let me scroll down. I probably find your last resub, right? Can I find it? Oh, this is only 24 days ago. 1 month ago. Oh yeah, it says all time has resubscribed 18 total last time. And now it says resub for 18. I don't know. Spell appears bad for D&T, by the way. Have you finally seen the light? Or are you being sarcastic because now the sideboard has 3 Chalice of the Voids and 2 Cataclysms and 2 Council's Judgments? But yeah, I think 3 Chalice is almost assuredly wrong, but you know. I think Chalice is a much better card right now, so. Force Negation is actually good versus D&D. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that, actually. Like, because almost all the cards you are Force of Willing are things you could just Force of Negation. So I actually, like, wouldn't be that surprised if Force of Negation was reasonable. It's also just, like, a lot easier to hard cast. Sometimes you can just, like, 3 mana negate their, like, sort of Fire and Ice or whatever. Rather than, like, 5 mana cancel their creature on turn 20. But yeah, being able to, like, Force of Will or, like, have additional copies of, like, Force of Will against, like, turn 2 Chalices or turn 1 Aether Vials and stuff seems reasonable. Yeah, or even, like, 3 mana counter the Cataclysm rather than pitching a card. For sure. What other things am I talking about? Tomic. Just wait until Tovin Sweets. I will be so mad when someone negates my Cataclysm. Just like actual Tovin's Vetoes of Cataclysm. I will tilt so hard. I think Tomic might still be better than Sarah Avenger because of its stickiness versus the control decks. It hits less hard, obviously. It's worse versus the Mirror and worse versus Delver. But the Mirror is a shit show anyway, and I think your Delver matchups are definitely fine. And I think being able to pick it up with Caracas is pretty important in both like the Miracles and the blue-black whatever matchups. Cast and watch, I want to party a bit. I can actually cast Goblin Lackey. Yeah! Good seeing you, loads of socks. Anyone who's happy about the Wrenn Six ban is welcome. But yeah, no one knows anything about what decks are supposed to look like, I don't think. And like, reactive decks, at least. It's not 100% worse against Delver. Yeah, it's only mostly worse against Delver. It protects your stuff from, like, Wasteland. But other than that, and, like, the Caracas upside is still upside versus Delver, just, like, less so. But yeah. Much worse against Dreadhorde Arcanist, which is a big miss. You can't vial it in after the Dreadhorde trigger to try to like eat an Arcanist. Yeah, big loss is Elves are back, but you know it happens. You take the bad with the good. What else is there? I don't know. Well, let's get into some matches. I'm sure I'll talk a lot more about other deck choices as we go on. I think Charming Prince loses a lot of luster. I'm still playing 1 right now, but I could probably see just playing 0 now. Charming Prince, I think, was a medium to medium plus option that we played because we really wanted things that didn't die to Wrenn Six. I mean, Legacy will have diversity again, but like that's always the case of like unknown metas, is that they'll be diverse until people like figure out what the best decks are. Yeah, I don't think Prince is that good. I don't think Prince was like acceptable power level. I think it's like fine to play a 1-0, but I could definitely see just like having better options, just like playing different cards instead of the Prince. I'm just playing like a pretty safe list today. We'll mess around with some more nonsense. I think Grixis control is playable again. I think that 4-color control, outside of like Strifo Pile, which was like a thing pre-Wrenn Six, I think 4-color control is just like you don't really have the draw to it. Like there's not really a huge appeal. The mana probably still works because Astrolabe's a stupid card. But I think most people will go either Grixis or Bug and not both. You'll either be playing like Bolt and Kolaghan's Command and like Pyroblasts and Rebs and stuff, or you'll be playing like Decay and like Oko and Veil of Summer, stuff like that. We'll keep this. Yeah, but like the first of any card that's recruitable has like a reasonable amount of value, right? Like I could play a Remorseful Cleric on that slot, and there are a lot of situations where I'd want to recruit that too. I'll keep this. This hand's like medium. Saw a bunch of people, like I saw multiple people like streaming Belcher to like dunk on people trying to cast X1s again. I saw Yama Killer was streaming Belcher. He also 0-3'd with it, which is really funny, but... Alright, Island Ponder. So there is justice in the world. People have a lot of fun making things less fun for others sometimes. You should have added some deafening silence to the two surgical chalices. Oh, or just really make sure we don't die to the dumb combo decks. I'm not convinced that deafening silence is like a super playable card anymore, unless Storm survives more than people suspect it will. They didn't shuffle on the Ponder. I think Chalice, especially because of the resurgence of like fair decks Chalice is good against, like Blue Red Delver, Grixis Delver, Miracles. Alright, planes go. But yeah, Deafening Silence was like a card that our Chalices weren't getting a lot of use because the fair matchups Chalice was good against were not really seeing play. And the unfair matchups, like, most of the unfair matchups, Deafening Silence was better than Chalice. Alright, I don't think we're going to play into Daze. I think we're just going to eat shit into Force of Will instead. Yeah, it's definitely way better than Chalice against, like, Dredge Reanimare specifically. And probably even, like, Sneak and Show, I think. Because it costs 1 mana and not 2. But I don't think either of them are, like, great options in that matchup, and I'd find different sideboard hate in general. Yeah, I think we're just going to plow this, or at least try to. Don't do it. Don't do it. Alright, thank God. We're alive. Hey, thanks for the good luck, Yaz. Please play Volcanic. And also not cast your name. Alright, Young Pyromancer is fine. Definitely handleable. Probably playing Stoneforge for Jite here, maybe? Could see Stoneforge for Sophie. Could also kind of see Tomic. Just like, my opponent's... well... My opponent's very likely to have a Lightning Bolt, so... Oh, we could Tomic plus Caracas. I kind of like that, actually. I'm into that. Just gets to block here. We have Caracas to protect it. Make a Lightning Bolt's worse for my opponent. If they tap out, we can try to finagle with the Jite hidden. They do on that Ponder. They didn't shuffle on that one either. You can't Wasteland me. They can play a True Name. Yeah, it looks like they're just going to hold up the Bolt here, which kind of sucks, but at least this means they can't attack me, which is very nice. Force them to have the Bolt and get the Batter Skull. Yeah. I think whatever I play is just going to eat shit to a Lightning Bolt, like, immediately. Which is unfortunate. Oh, now it's less unfortunate, because now we can double spell here and leave up Caracas Tomic still. Now we can Mom and Stoneforge for Sword in the face of this True Name. I think Sword's better than Batter Skull here. Tommy Clean Socks 2.0, thanks for the follow. Yeah, Batter Skull certainly would have gone poorly here, but we can't always know that. Slam Jailer as a display of dominance. Yeah, no fear at all. Alright, let's Stoneforge. Grab Sword. I think we're just racing. Especially with also the GTA in our hand in game 1. Not attacking with the Tomic because it's on blocking duty. Not a Wasteland the Wasteland. I picked your clock. Listen to the Tomic. I get that you're making a joke, but also I feel the need to still tell people that they can't Wasteland my Caracas because of the Tomic, so I don't need to protect it. They could Bolt to unsummon my Tomic and then Wasteland the Caracas, but it's like such a horrible use of resources for them. Mom Mom's down. Now we have the options of GTA or Sword of Fire and Ice set up for next turn, depending on what my opponent does. We're probably finding a second bolt here, which is certainly problematic. Because it'll be hard to get in an equipment connection. Because even if we might be a little bit, too far behind if we like spend our turn trying to equip the sword to the Tomic, and then it just hitting a bolt anyway. Chance that they don't find the second bolt. Sad Group, thanks for the 17-month resub. Our hero is back. Am I the hero or is Thalia the hero? Either way, thanks for your support. Appreciate it. Alright. Stoneford Tomic holding down the fort for now, at least. They only have 2 cards in hand. What's this? Thalia's the hero, of course. I'm the villain. I'm the one that turned to the dark side. I'm on my redemption arc. I turned to the dark side, but I'm coming back around. Ooh, that's horrifying. We might need to get our GTA online. We have 1 card in hand, so it seems pretty reasonable to just ping the Pyromancer and have 1 counter on the GTA. Ooh. Well, that doesn't actually change anything, because if they do end up having the bolt, we can just fire off the Plow and the Arcanist afterwards. We're just going to cast this GTA. They have 1 card in hand. We get punished by exactly Spell Pierce, but if they're not shuffling away a Spell Pierce at this juncture, that seems like insane to me, right? And I'd rather have a thing untapped to fend off this wall of elemental tokens that's coming at me, I believe. So if we cast GTA, equip to Tomic, attack Fire and Ice seems better. I'm a little concerned about letting this Dreadhorde. I mean, I guess the Fire and Ice is better because we have access to this Plow now. We could actually cast Plow and just put in the Sword of Fire and Ice and attack there and clear the Pyromancer that way. I was still assessing the GTA as being better against the Arcanist, but since we can already get the Arcanist on the board, the Fire and Ice might still be better. Put Sword in, then Plow, then equip. What does that do for us exactly? Does that sequencing do anything for us? Yeah, we would want to Plow first, because we don't want to get, if it gets, like, dazed or something. Guess we just Plow now, and then try the Sword strat. Sword strat's worse if they do end up having the bolt, though. We take a lot, right? We take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, go to 8, but then we untap, and then we get GTA plus Sword, and we declare, like, everything, and then start gaining life with the GTA, so we still should be fine in that case. So I think this does put the shields down on the Caracas, though, which is, like, not great. They daze this. I wonder if I, like, am supposed to just let the daze resolve and cast GTA. Please don't bolt. Aw, dang. Never lucky. Yep. So we're going to take a bunch, but then we get to suit up the Stoneforge, which should be okay. We get to 8, but then we get to, like, clear a bunch of stuff. We're in, like, 3rd bolt range, but Because they could, if they find like another bolt like right now, that's obviously bad for me, but that's just my life. Yeah, so the GTA line helps us take less damage because we have a 1/2 untapped. But it was also much worse if they just had like a random shitty card and had like a Daze. I think they might have actually wanted to fire off a Daze just on the plow though if they had it. Alright, as long as they don't draw something like, I think we're dead to third lightning. Yeah, we're just like super dead to third lightning bolt. Just Stone Cold can't beat it, but other than that we should be okay. I guess we actually don't get to get both things on land this turn, right? But we play equipped GTA, we go to 2, right? We ping, go to 2, and then we should be able to get there after that. As long as, again, they miss on Bolt for, like, several turns. I go to 1 if they have a spell to cast here. But if they have a spell to cast here, they would have cast it already. It's only like Bolt and Brainstorm. Since Sword Brother GTA. GTA gets us, it kills 2 things, so it gains us 1 life, right? But it doesn't protect the Stoneforge. But there could be a pretty legitimate reason to gain 1 life here when we're facing down very close to lethal. Am I in a position where I can not ping off an elemental here? I don't think so. If we take 7, we go to 1, we equip the sword, we can clear 3. No, because then we're stuck in the use our GTA to gain 4 life every turn. Yeah, I think we have to ping. Next turn we're taking clear 1, gain 4. Okay, yeah, we're stabilizing, I think. I guess I wasn't supposed to play that land. Oh, did they draw a Bolt? Fuck. What are they casting here? Brazen Borrower? We also can't beat that. We need to defeat a couple of draw steps here. Magmatic Sinkhole, alright. Yeah, well, that'll do it, for sure. Jailer first. I'm pretty sure I was just straight up not casting this Jailer if my Sword equipped worked. Because I don't want to give them extra draws at Bolt, because we were trying to... I think we were still dead to Bolt for like 2 more turns after that or something. Yeah, we did. Faux show. Ding... Ding, 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 ding. I feel like we have too many Delver cards. Maybe that's not true. Yeah, no, we're pretty good on Delver cards. No, I was thinking Sinkhole, but that's the reason. Yeah, I mean, just we were dying to more removal spells that way, but I'm pretty sure if we equipped the Sword of Fire and Ice that we're just behind enough on the life total race that I don't think we make it out of that alive. Just on board. I think there was a chance that the GTA was just a better choice than the Sword anyway, just because we get to block the 1 token, which ultimately being able to block a token with the Stoneforge gains us 3 or 4 life over the course of that game. Maybe the Sword was the greedy play. The GTA definitely played around garbage in their hand, but I think if anything besides the Lightning Bolt is in their hand, they're pretty dead. What's our last cut here? Is it just Tomic? You draw 3 cards versus any blocker. Yeah, I don't know. I think we're in the the danger, we're in the floating around 3 life range longer though, right? Before we can't kill them because we're throwing pings at the elementals to try to mitigate life loss, and we need to gain 4 life every turn from the GTA connections, and I think we float in the did the third bolt range a lot longer versus like a bunch of cantrips and stuff. Yeah, that's true. Getting Sophie into play that turn makes it is more mana efficient. Because we could easily like cast and equip the GTA in the following turns where we can't with the Sophie. A lot of decisions to be made for sure. Am I cutting this Tomek? It's like good at blocking Delver of Secrets. It's really bad against Dreadhorde Arcanist. Don't tell anyone I kept this. Alright. Paid off. I'm telling everyone. I think this hand is like, this hand's pretty defensible. Like, Sanctum Pearl's so bananas in the blue. Like, Mom Sanctum Pearl curve is so insane against Blue or Delver. Yeah, I think this hand's like legitimately. Oh, fuck yeah. Alright. Do we play around Days? I feel like we play around Days, right? This is so good to slam, but it's also so really good to slam on turn 3, right? Although, it makes our mother more prone to getting bolted. Hand got a lot better when we top ticked Chalice of the Void, that's for sure. I feel like I want to play around Days, but that just, like, my mom just beefs it to bolt otherwise. So they Days. Also, we, like, miss out on being able to port them if they Days, right? Like, porting them is... Like, if they just Days me, they're already set back to 1 mana. Slam? Everyone wants me to slam. They always have Days, guys. They want Days to make it less likely we're going to get File Upgrade. I don't think that's true, because we could just slam it next turn, and then... I guess then we couldn't port them next turn. They always have Days. Yeah, we're just because of the merits of porting versus chalicing now. Okay, maybe I was wrong. Maybe they don't always have Days. Chat was right and I was wrong, obviously. The real question is if they attack with the Delver of Secrets, do we block? I don't think so. Not with this hand, I don't think, right? Null Rod. That's rude. I mean, like, if they... That's not, like, a very good argument, right? Because we're porting them if we're not dazing that turn, if we're not chalicing that turn, so it's, like, effect we're taking them down a mana anyway. Do I block this? I feel like I block this and wasteland them, and then port them. There's like a 100% chance I'm just supposed to block to get it off the board so it doesn't flip and kill me while I'm trying to draw a white source. I'm gonna play my land, wasteland, and port them until I find my white sources. Yeah. Now I will block to this Null Rod. Pretty good. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that that was a good attack. It certainly was not. Oh boy, come on, land. Dicks. Wow, never lucky. Wow. I don't think we're dead. I think we have like 1 to 2 more turns to find a white sorcerer. Yeah, who kept this hand? What an idiot. Chalice on 0 to assert dominance. Love to see your Delver opponent hit their first 6 land drops. Without the use of cantrips. Yes, naturally hit their first 6 land drops. I think we still might be in this if we drop, like, plains exactly. Although they could have just, like, have dazes and shit by now. Love to see your Delver opponent hit their first 7 land drops. Nice. Yeah. Oh god, Claws. Why do you do this, dog? Yeah, now we're probably dead. They can't flashback. Oh, they can... What is this? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, followed by 7. Yeah. Dang, got. Should let them play their 8th land drop, so I can be more salty about it instead. Good players win these. Yeah, who kept that bad hand? I told you guys it was bad. Everyone telling me that hand was great. Obviously terrible. Opponent just kept like 5 lands, Delver, Null Rod. Alright, this is a solid hand. Not Lux. Here's Feather into 16th Emperor, shady recalculation. Yeah, fuck chat for convincing me to keep that hand that I definitely didn't keep of my own accord. That was also definitely not a perfectly legitimate hand to keep. I blame chat for that loss. 100% chat's fault. Aether Vial. Man, I'm so good at this game, you guys! It is unbelievable how good I am at this game. I'm so good. Look at how good I am at this game. Where was that skill last round? I was saving it for this round, obviously. Why don't you have a green sword? I don't know. Wow, Force a little rude. After I used all my skill to draw this Aether Vial. They're just gonna Force a will it. Like a jerk. Oh, nope. Accidentally clicked on the purge and or delete, not the mod button. I don't know how to mod you. God, so much work. I can F6. Don't mind this chat window. Just trying to figure out how to fucking mod people. Nope, I keep accidentally trying to ban you. Aha. Oh god, what have I done? I've made a horrible mistake. This is not how this is supposed to work. God, I don't know how Twitch works at all. I don't know what my opponent's doing over there. I literally just am not watching. God, I also just haven't been reading chat. Should I intentionally ban her? Alright, what's our opponent doing? Basic lands and Inquisition Kozilek. This is kind of weird. Don't really know what's going on. This is just like Grixis. Take Mythalia, rude. We're just supposed to cast Stoneforge Mystic here and not Mom. You're gonna skillfully draw Mythalia next turn. No, I burned all my luck on the Aether Vial already. Come on. I wish they had played a non-basically, like Wasteland plus Mom here. They have three cards left in hand. We have so many cards in hand. I feel like I just want to go get Batterskull. Am I wrong? Kind of just ended going and getting Batterskull. GTA like sucks in this matchup anyway, right? And we already have the sword. So either this or play the Mom as like a lightning rod, but it's mana inefficient. Just force them to kill my shit. Yeah. Swing the chat back over across the screens. Yeah, I forget how to mod you. You don't have a sword. I literally don't know how to mod people. Is there a chat settings? Man, yeah, I don't know shit. Manage moderation? No, that's modding people. No, I mean, that's moderation. Slash mod. Can I slash mod people? Slash mod. Oh yeah, that does work. Or retard. I did it. Is it just for creature matchups? It's mostly for creature matchups, yeah. Just really good in pretty much all the matchups. It's okay in some of like the less creature-based matchups, because even the like the less creature matchups still play like some like Baleful Strixes or Snapcaster Mage. What's up, Min? Snapcaster Inquisition. Wow. I can't take Batterskull. That's not gonna go super well. Oh, wait, why am I not F6'd? I thought I was F6 there. Yeah, that doesn't... Inquisition doesn't hit Batterskull. We just get to, like, Mom plus Batterskull this turn? Seems pretty good. As long as they don't Kolaghan's command me. That would be really mean. Sure. Also, opponents like not playing snow-covered basics. You just not. I guess you. I mean, you don't have to play Astrolabes and like just Grixis, but I don't know. You probably get to play Astrolabe in Bug, right? If you want to play a Bug control deck, because you can like turn the Astrolabes into Elk and smush people. Normally I start my playables by Standard League on everything else. I'm looking at Once Upon a Time, Oko, and Veil. What if Simic, Urza, and Legacy? Doesn't seem great. Right? It's just like a kind of a slow plotting value-y deck. Right? Yeah, I think the blue-black X decks have the most to gain by bluffing snow-covered basics. It's a really long ponder. Oh shit! Sorry, I missed. DM Weisenberg, 4-month resub. Glad to be supporting the best D&T streamer for 4 months. Ding dong the witch said, suck it, Red. Appreciate it. Sorry I missed that. I forget. I remember hearing the sub message. I remember thinking to myself that I was acknowledging it, but I was doing something at the time, and I forgot what I was doing. But apologies. Make sure you use the... Yeah, I have a Blue Yeti, pretty sure. This thing have a brand name on it somewhere. I don't know. With Ren gone, his mother back over here. Yeah, I'm pretty confident that it's fine. Unless the meta turns into one that has a lot of, like... Unless, like, the Plagueis in your decks are more powerful than, Oh, yeah. Hit me up with that, for sure. I don't know how to fucking use microphones. I'm an idiot. I'm surprisingly technologically inept for someone that majored in electrical engineering. Everyone's really surprised by that, but I know fucking shit about technology. Now I get F6, they take my Flicker Wisp. But we have a Batter Skull. And we get to untap to protect, to hold up mana to protect it from, like, a Shatter. Or we're casting Tomek. We're probably casting Tomek. Engineer, you can fix my broken... Yeah, exactly. Story of my life. Yeah, it does computer... Yeah, it's good. That's exactly how I feel, Static. It works well enough right now. I like getting Tomek down because we have Karagas. I don't think we really feel the pressure to protect the batter. Like, obviously protecting Batter Skull would be huge, but that would involve us not playing anything here, which would suck. I guess we could play land and not Tomek, then we're like discarding the Tomek to a K command. I think I'd rather just have the Tomek in play. I don't think I want to make this attack. We could draw like a Flicker Wisp. Yeah, I'm not into Protected Skull, but they have one card name. What do they do with the Ponder? They did not shuffle on the Ponder, so they could have a Shatter, but like the Shatter is so bad for them if like I don't have a play here. All streamers should be banned until they learn to use limiters and compressors. RIP. Also, if they had K-Command me, then... If they had K-Command, I think they would have blocked, right? Because they want to, they would want to buy back the Snapcaster Mage here. Cool, untapping. Cool, more Wastelands. We're going to hold this one so that Batter Skull remains immune to a Kolaghan's command, because if they like shatter and make me discard and I'm Hellbent, then they get the Batter Skull either way. Also, there's nothing to Wasteland, so... The only thing that really punishes me for holding this is Hymn to Turok. If they're casting Hymn to Turok, they're just fucking dying because they're at 5 life. Not even positive my opponent's playing, like, Grixis. If you have 5 lands, it's... Oh, that is true, because we just would be able to pick it up and put it back in. Okay, never mind. They are on Grixis. Bolt the Tomek. 1 card left in hand. Because they're just pro-red it. Like, I'm not protecting anything on my board, right? They hit your to Turok, your rig will crash. Yeah, that is how that works, isn't it? I think I just want to protect the Tomek, right? If they, like, then try to Wrath me with some weird Wrath that somehow kills my Batter Skull, then we can just Karagas the Tomek anyway. Bounce. I don't really think it matters, right? Like, I think we just want to set up to make sure that we, like, can try to have a better guarantee of lethal. I don't really know why they'd be firing off a bolt here. Bounces better against Jace. And then they unsummon the Germ. I guess that's not incorrect. Bounce is a little bit better against Jace, but then they like tap out for it and we clear it, and then no, they just die if they bounce my Germ. We play land, equip the Batterskull of Potomac, and punch them. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm giving pro red. We're gonna get blown up by something stupid that's just not even a little bit on my radar. Bouncing also like plays into like if they're trying to set up like a Hymn to Turok, but they only have single black, so like I don't know. I don't know if they really had any real like. I think all roads led to Rome there. So playing Grixis with basic mountain and then also not snow covered lands, which seems not correct. Just right out of the gate, I'm gonna say that if you want to play snow or like basic mountain in your oh yeah, that was specifically a snow-covered mountain. Blown up by something stupid, not even on my radar. Yeah, exactly. Every D&T player's bad beat story. What sucks? Plows probably suck. We have like very little idea what my opponent's doing. Just like a Mopey Grixis deck, I guess. Let's beat up Stickers with Days of Miracles. I get blown up by a Days every time I have Miracles opponent cast it because I never respect it. Revoker's traditionally bad against Grixis. Probably just like Shave 2 Plows, call it a day. Could potentially use the second Prelate over like another Plow or something. I'm concerned that they might be like secretly like just like a Ninja's deck or something. Like a deck that actually has things that I want to plow. I mean, right now the format's just nonsense. Just play whatever the fuck you want. Right? Format's just a huge mess. Hey there, Mario. How's it going? This hand feels kind of like butts after my opponent showed us 9 billion basics. I think they would have to have shown us something indicating just that they have that many unique cards. Yeah, I mean, they just like didn't cast a lot, right? They cast cantrips, a discard spell, a snapcaster, and a lightning bolt, and then died. Like, and they showed us a bunch of basic lands. I guess the deck just kind of reminded me of that one guy that always plays Grixis Ninja with his like horrendous mana base with like 2 basic mountains or whatever. It just kind of reminded me of that deck. Is maybe why it was on my mind. Yeah, we get to play good old normal Mother of Runes now again, and get wrecked by Mother Runes and Thalia, and then my opponent casts Plague Engineer. I think I'm gonna mulligan this. I hate mulliganing against Grixis, but this hand sucks. Doesn't even have double white, and man, this hand also sucks, but I think we're gonna keep it. It's definitely better. But, like, our Aether Vial is gonna die or get countered. We're just gonna fucking eat shit. Council Judgment's a good card. I don't see us winning this game unless we draw white sources. It's between the Judgment and the second Mom, though. Although, we're probably gonna need white sources to win anyway. We have 2 Stoneforge Mystics in this hand. So, like, Council Judgment has a higher upside. We're on the bottom of the second Mom. Don't think this is a game that we're winning, that we never have the ability to cast this Council's Judgment. Going Ancient Tomb Aether Vial just, like, sounds all the alarms that say, hey, counter my Aether Vial, please. As if they weren't inclined to counter it enough already. Hey, alright. Well, now we don't need to Ancient Tomb it, at least. Yeah. You want to go to 5? Do you want to roll a 5 against the deck that plays discard spells? Sure. Yeah. I want to play Ponder. Well, then find a different stream. I am really bad at the card Ponder. This is very much not a Ponder stream. I don't even know what they take here. I mean, it's entirely context dependent. Didn't you fight with the last Ponder stream? I don't think so. No, we played Ponder in Vintage, technically. We played one Ponder. I think we played another Ponder deck too between that and the time we played Blue White Stone and Blade. God, that was such a bad stream. It took forever. I was so fucking tired. And we just like 5-0 on the back of Trin, and was just like steamrolling all my opponents. I played so badly. Well, this isn't looking great if my opponent has a way to below my Aether Vial. We'll say go. Yeah, mulligan to our hand of like 2 lands, 3 Woodleaf Leeches, get Thought Seized. Boom. That was a bug advantage, I missed it. We 4-1, despite me having absolutely no idea what the fuck I was doing for like 5 straight rounds. Managed to 4-1. Luckily, I thought about putting it off to this week too, instead of streaming on Friday. Thank God I didn't, because Narset got restricted. Dodged a bullet there. Please no K command, don't do it. Don't do it, opponent. Kolgon's command is banned. Not allowed to cast it. Damn it! I specifically requested this not to happen, or we're going to discard this Council's Judgment, because we're never casting it. Nice. Never didn't have it. They have 4 cards. We have this Recruiter. Recruiter doesn't really do anything, right? We have 18 minutes. Let me just take a quick look here. We've got like a Crusader, but we've seen Bolts. So it's not. We can get Jailer, but we can't cast it. We can get Thalia, but it seems medium. So yeah, it doesn't look like Recruiter's doing a whole lot here. So let's just cast a Stoneforge Mystic, I think. Skill game. I'm a powerful magician. Did you guys see game 1? I requested Aether Vial, and then we got it. You can just get this GJ and cast it, but how good is that? Go get Mentor with the Meek. If only. Jailer is immune to Inquisition when they like snap Inquisition me, but like they have plenty of other hits for it. We can just get Battle Skull, force them to kill it, and then we have second Stoneforge, and then we just run back the weakened Stoneforge for like GT or Sword of Fire and Ice there. Get GT because reasons. I think I kind of want to just get Battle Skull. No, game 1, match 2, not game 2, match 1. Very different games. Yeah, no, Hymn to Taurus going to hit my good cards regardless of how many cards are in my hand. I could have 1 card in my hand and a good card in play, and then the Hymn to Taurus would probably hit it anyway. Land? They have 3 cards, they have 1 billion mana. Yeah, it would be nice to rip a second Planeswalker right off the top here. Cast Recruiter and Stoneforge. Or probably cast Recruiter and Charming Prince. Waste the card. Yeah, big brain. So Stoneforge for GTA feels a lot dumber in the face of this Baleful Strix. Playing Thalia also feels dumb though. We could play Recruiter now. Like, none of our hits are good because we don't have double white. I don't think recruiting for a Recruiter is a strong play here. Sophie did. Sophie's just a little awkward. Sophie's probably the play. It's probably what I'm doing. It's just like kind of, because we're just filling up our hand with all these clunky cards that don't do anything, but putting a GT into play is just putting a clunky card into play that doesn't do anything, right? Unless we also get the Thalia into play afterwards, and then equip the GT to the Thalia and hit them, and actually get the counters, and then be able to clear the Strix. Yeah. The problem is GTA is just bad, versus Sword of Fire is just clunky. There's a possibility that we just play Thalia instead of either of those options. Thalia plus GTA seems like kind of a pipe dream. If we get to that point, I think we're, like, A-okay. Like, we could just rip a land here and, like, put the sword on the stone forge and hit them. Yeah, if we assume everything's dying, then maybe GTA is fine, because it just gets things into play faster. But assuming something lives through, like, when the dust settles, if, like, one thing lives, we don't want it to be the GTA, right? Can you stop that? The Crusader's looking better. They've used 2 bolts, but obviously they have Snapcaster Mages. They do have non-basics in their deck. Look at that. Turok taking arguably my 2 best cards. Are those my 2 best? They might be. I think they are. Power Skull's decent here still, if we can, like, find a land. Yeah, well, that's not great. We can cast it next turn if we find a white source still. I think I'd rather have had a Sword of Fire and Ice in my hand and be discarded than, like, have the GTA in play and get a different card discarded, though. What's up, basic swamps? Yeah, we're not wastelanding them. I think our plan is cast this Cataclysm now. That's D&T without Wrenn. Great! I mean, we're 0-1 right now, but having a lot more fun because our Thalias aren't just going to get Wrenn Sixed. They could get Plague Engineered here. That wouldn't be fun. Yeah. Or, like, yeah, see? They cast their 3-mana bad Wrenn Six. The one that costs more and also doesn't hit all their land drops. Alright, now we probably play the Batter Skull before the Cataclysm. Yeah, if they're playing Sanctuary in their Snow-Covered Mountain deck, then they can have it. Yeah, Batter Skull seems pretty good into this board state. Really sucks if they have, like, Snap Cake Command. We get absolutely demolished, but I don't like just casting Cataclysm here, I don't think. I think we get greedy, right? If we untap with this Batter Skull, it's just complete gas. Yeah, the mountain's the only snow-covered one. Wait, this isn't the coward line. This seems like the greedy line. Do I just get called a coward no matter what my line is? Is that how my chat works? Yeah, we get, like, super punished by land snap K command or just a second K command. But I think I don't love our odds of actually just beating the board. Just by casting Cataclysm. They get to keep land plus play a full Strix, and they can rebuild. We have, like, absolutely nothing to rebuild with. We have 1 land and a 5-drop in hand. I don't think we're massively favored to win. We're at 16 versus a Baleful Strix and a land versus the cantrip decks when we were effectively hellbent. I think it'll keep this snow-covered mountain. I don't think they'll keep their snow-covered mountain. Please don't cast. Okay, hopefully not getting K commanded. They shuffled. Please don't do it. Don't do it. Stop. Alright, we're not getting K commanded. Sweet. Yes, K command would be very, very, very bad. They can't do it anymore, luckily. And they've just burned a ton of cantrips here. And now we get to Cataclysm them. Hopefully. Probably have to keep planes, right? Yeah. Ancient Tomb doesn't really let us cast anything ahead of time. I mean, Ingress Rampage would be like okay, just like where it sets us back a turn, but we get to Cataclysm them still. They can obviously still take the germ off the board, like just like a fatal push, right? No, wrecked. Wrecked. Absolutely wrecked. We have Splash for Fail of Summer. So if we're attacking this Lily, they block. We have 3/3. They have 1 card in hand. So if we attack it, they block. We pick it up. It goes up to 6. We cast the Batter Skull. It goes up to 7. Then hopefully we can hit it, right? They can minus get the Baleful Strix back, but that sets it back from ulting. Yeah, I think I want to attack it because I think we should need to pressure it from ulting. They have 1 card left in hand. What did I say about Brainstorm? I don't remember. I was talking shit about Ponder earlier because I'm bad at casting Ponder, but the same goes for Brainstorm, I suppose. Also bad at that one. I think we're just eating shit to K Commander regardless, so I'm just going to play this land. Because we want to hit our land drops eventually. One, two, three, four, five, 6. So we don't have a mana Batter Skull and Stoneforge, so we might as well just Batter Skull because it's just the better. What? I'm supposed to wasteland them? Take them off double black? Am I scared of double black cards right now? Ugh. I don't really think there's a lot of things I'm concerned about that cost black. I think I'm just gonna cast this Batter Skull. Yeah, Stoneforge only finds GTA right now anyway, right? Should you ever not waste someone? We're getting to the point where we need to like pick up Batter Skull and possibly put it into play multiple times. My opponent has 6 lands in play, so Hymn to Turok does cost black, but I also have 1 card in my hand. Yeah, if they kill my Batter Skull, we're probably dead. But or they kill the Germ Token, we're probably dead. But that's life. I'm burning up so much time this game, my opponent's like down a solid minute on clock. Just kind of mind-blowing. Wow. Didn't just shatter it the first time. Alright, or didn't just discard it. Alright. Guess you got me, opponent. Yeah, we could draw like another Cataclysm or something, so yeah, we can let this resolve. I hate how Moto always loves to rub it in. Moto never, whenever you have 1 card in your hand and you have to discard a card of your choice, Moto never just discards it for you. They always make you click on it. Oh, they left the card on top. I don't think we're winning. Cataclysm, dang. Alright, so now we know they just are on just like very traditional Grixis. We could probably just jump change these plows, play another Prelate. Rips always kind of suck. Chalices suck. Maybe we have to play like 1 plow. Actually, I'd probably rather just play a Revoker. This looks fine. Oh yeah, no one gets to. You don't get to celebrate Mountain and Grixis. No, that's just bad. I'll Slender Brainstorm all day, but The Mountain and Grixis is also egregious. Love to play first. I think we're keeping this hand. It's got Mom and Thalia, so we're definitely going to get Plague Engineered on turn 3. We also have this Cataclysm eventually. Maybe. Hey, more lands. Nice. This is exactly what I want to see, in fact. So what do they do in the Ponder? They shuffled. This Thalia should be pretty good. What you got? Thoughtseize. Oh, sure. They get to take my Cataclysm, which kind of sucks. I'm going to start hitting him. We're going to get demolished by Plague Engineer. Wow, we played a Recruiter card and then we get Engineered. Jeez. What a horrible life that would be. Wow, they took a Recruiter over Cataclysm? I guess they don't have a Plague Engineer, and they have, like, Snap Thoughtseize. Charming Prince doesn't really do dick here. I think I'd rather cast Revoker. Revoker lets us keep more shit if we draw a 4th land to cast this Cataclysm. Oh no, we need like 5 lands to cast Cataclysm. Yeah, Charming Prince, not great. Resets our for extra Revoker if we wanted to. Can scry. I guess Scrying 2 is not bad because we want to hit land drops for this Cataclysm, right? Maybe it's actually correct to play Charming Prince here. They're not playing Liliana this turn, so. Hit more land drops for this Cataclysm. I'm a little worried because they Thoughtseize my Recruiter that they're just going to like have Snap Thoughtseize roll for the Cataclysm. We don't actually want to hit that many more land drops. But at the very least, we get to bottom these horrible Magic cards that we're drawing. Jesus Christ. Get off the top of my deck. Wait for this Simian Spirit. Jeez, remember when we got Simian Spirit Guide Jaced on turn 3? Wow, what a game that was. Does chat remember that one? What a fucking nightmare that game was. My opponent just Simian Spirit Guide out their Jace on turn 3 in Miracles. Ooh, another Recruiter, nice. Man, we're gonna get so fucking dunked on by this Plague Engineer. You can curve into Cat perfectly before they can Snap Thoughtseize. No, because we can't cast our Cataclysm through our Thalia unless we top deck exactly Ancient Tomb, and if they hit another land drop, they can Snap Thoughtseize the Cata. Probably supposed to Recruiter for Flicker Wisp here and just get absolutely bent. If they have Snapcaster Mage here, I'm definitely fine with trading Charming Prince off for it, or using Mom to just eat it, especially because it eats the Thoughtseize. So, Taste Band, love it, Ben. Let's recruit. Imagine if that Charming Prince was a land. Then we could, like, not cast our Cataclysm still. We would have been able to cast the Sophie that we would have had to top deck. Oh man, what a combo. Oh no, yeah, we're playing this Recruiter, so now we're definitely going to top deck the Thalia again, because we shuffle. Ben XDC, thanks for the 5-month resub. Appreciate it. Wrenn Six. Other Bruce does live again. Eddie. Yeah, no, we're about to get bent the fuck over by Plague Engineer. 100%. Stormwatch Music doesn't suck. We're a little bit mana tight, though. Kind of into just Crusader. Stormwatch's like a coward. I kind of like Crusader here. They never answer my Mom Crusader, just, like, wrecks them. Jailer seems very bad here. We can't cast it. I just want to kill them. I think I'm gonna go with the Mirror Crusader. It's really bad if they. I mean, everything's bad. Our whole plan is bad if they play against me. My plan is play like they don't have it, because they definitely would have cast it last turn. They might cast it this turn and just completely bend me over. Just play engineer me and then have the bolt lined up for the Crusader. Yeah, Brainstorm. They 100%. We're just gonna die a horrible death. Oh god, I'm ready for it. I'm ready to get blasted by this Plague Engineer. Gonna ruin my whole life. I'm ready. Give it to me, opponent. Our hubris for playing Giver over, or playing Mother over Giver. Wait, they just drew. They just brainstormed and then just didn't shuffle. They just, like, the super flex. We don't need to shuffle because we're ready to get 3 for 0'd. I don't know what it means, honestly. Our opponents made a lot of, like, weird decisions. Like registering Basic Mountain. Opponent screenshotting their hand, screenshotting the board. Holy shit. Oh no. Holy shit. We did it. We're still alive. Alright. I'm gonna attack them for 5 of them, play Mirror Crusader. And then probably Wasteland them. Maybe I shouldn't Wasteland them. What are we fading by Wastelanding them? Hang on, alright, let's attack first. Assess damages afterwards. Sure. I have no idea what's about to happen to me, but I'm deathly afraid. Is it just Kolgon's command? It's like, shock a thing, make me discard a card? Deal? Waiting for them to, like, fucking Miracle a Terminus and then cast Manamorphose. They look like the weirdest fucking brainstorms. Yeah, exactly. They're gonna Miracle something. We're gonna just die. They're gonna Miracle their Temporal Mastery, and then I don't even know. Yeah, Bonfire of the Damned, get me. Devastation, Spirit Guide, Devastation Tide. I don't know what's happening. I'm very scared of it. I'm still gonna cast this Crusader. Okay. I think I'm gonna just let this thing trade and deal them 3. And Mom. I could just eat this and put the shields down the Mom. If they want to kill it, they're just so far behind anyway, and we have a Mirror Crusader. Although, if we let it die, the Mirror Crusader is protected from Bolt, which is probably relevant. So it's probably right to just let this bounce and cast my Crusader. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, we just, like, eat their Snapcaster for free, but we need to protect our Mirror Crusader, which is, like, pretty relevant. Or we just leave the board as is, but I want to dead them. I don't want to wasteland them now. I don't think the Cataclysm's really on the table currently. Especially with the Stallion play, wastelanding them seems pretty good here. Also, we haven't wastelanded them all match. Alright, no Miracle Bonfire of the Damned. Faded. Oh no, they're gonna fetch Deluge me. I'm just gonna super die. Yeah, I mean, Deluge is like a real reason to wasteland them there for sure. Also prevents them from like cantripping more aggressively into cards that wreck me, like Plague Engineer. Do we try for lethal if they pass? Probably, definitely not, right? We'd have to attack with literally everything. Deal. Takes exactly for X and Revoker. If we draw Rashad board, we can attack for lethal. Or this Flicker Wisp. Now we can attack for lethal, right? We just Flicker Wisp their Snow-Covered Mountain. They can't cast a spell and they die. They have to like cast a spell in response, but I think then the fetch probably kills them. No, because the Mom's going to stop whatever damage, then we just have 7. So yeah, unless this spell kills 2 creatures, we just win. Instant speed Forked Bolt me. Electrickery. Yeah, they're dead. That's why we didn't tap the Mom. Kill you. Hey, we did it. Lost the super good matchup, won the super bad matchup. That's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. Wow, this hand sucks. Wow, this hand also sucks, but it's definitely better. I'll keep it. Double Vial is much better than Triple Vial. Our final play was removing that horrible Snow-Covered Mountain from the game. There's so much justice in the world. Get out of here, third Aether Vial. Please counter this. Oh no. So land? Wait. No. Oh, depths. Okay, got it. Well, this is bad. Well, this is bad. Yeah, this all sucks. Maybe consider not letting them take cards and they cast discard spells. Does seem like a misplay. Had not considered that option. Wow, we can't even play the second file and port them. Unlucky. probably supposed to port them over the second file. It doesn't really matter. It actually matters because we kind of want to take this file to 3, but we get to draw like exactly Tomic. I think I'm in for taking 2 damage here. I have to click through the mana window that says you're trying to pass priority when you have mana floating. Are you sure you want to do that? Ooh, Brainstorm, they're on bug. Neat. I guess Dark Confidant is a lot more playable now. We can F6, they know my card. Oh, that's a lot of Bobs. That's a Dark Depths. It's a Luna Smurf account. I don't think I'm supposed to block this. I think we want to try rip, like, Tomic here. Enough so that I'm a little bit tempted to, like, leave this file on 2. There are a lot of good 3s to draw, though. We're probably supposed to take it to 3. Yeah, it's like exactly Tomic that's the good 2 to draw. It's the only 2 we can't cast. Yeah, we're supposed to take this to 3. There are a lot more 3s that we could hit. Tomic. Oh, Charming Prince. Does... yeah, it scries. It doesn't suck. So we can't port because of how Ancient Tomb works, so I guess we just play the second vial out and scry here. Gaining life doesn't do anything because we're already below the threshold thanks to Ancient Tomb and Dark Confidant. Flickering also notably does nothing. Scry 2, find some answers. Yeah, I'm done for this Flicker Wisp. Mage for Misty. Hex Mage. Yep. I tried to make a legacy community when I used to live in a small town. Basic swamps. It's definitely tough to do. Then I moved to St. Louis where it's a lot easier because people already play legacy. Alright, well, I got nothing. If you have a crop rotation, in addition to your 2020, we got, I guess. I'm playing this victory with my opponent's confidants. Yeah, I don't know what my opponent's doing. Basic Force, Underground, Sea, and Slow Depths. Not really sure. Do it now, yeah. Like, we're gonna do it now. I didn't give them their upkeeps or anything. We can't, like, port them off of crop rotation, so we're gonna try our best here. Also, we do just get to block if they do have crop rotation, which is why we want to do it on end step, because if we do it on their turn, they get to, like, crop rotation pro white, block the blink, and just attack through. Why would we not port them earlier? What is porting gonna do here? They have a, like, prevents them from brainstorming into the crop rotation, I guess? But, like, we're not dead to the crop rotation already. I think I'd rather port them on their own turn here. Thoughtseize, that doesn't do anything. Mox Diamond, that doesn't do anything. Guess the plan is just kill them with their Dark Confidants. Well, that's not that. So yeah, now we can't attack with Wisp anymore, right? Because the threat of crop rotation. Take up, leave at 3. Ooh, Recruiter. Recruiter doesn't do anything with vials on 2, right? No. We get Revoker, but it doesn't really stop anything currently. I think I would rather just sit on my hands for a turn. Oh, we could cast and get a Wisp. Yeah, that's a play. We're getting down to, like, kind of dangerous life totals, because my opponent's going to want to be attacking with their Dark Confidants. And we're taking damage off this Ancient Tomb and stuff. The Prince Flicker. So if we get Recruiter, we can Wisp the... No, that doesn't really work out. Oh, yeah, if we had a Prince, yeah, then it would be yes. But no, we already have our 1 of Prince in play. So yeah, I think it's just Recruiter, go get Wisp. They do notably have the Thoughtseize, but that would be able to brick us. And we can always just, when they Thoughtseize me, we just flicker the Recruiter instead. I guess I'm supposed to attack first, I think, is the technically proper order. Yeah. We cast Recruiter, grab the Flicker Wisp, and attack for 3 here. Sure. Decay of the Vial? We'll just look at the Recruiter here. And we get to take our other Vial up to 3 afterwards. Mox Diamond and Brainstorm. I assume it's the same Mox Diamond. Yeah, Brainstorm... I guess the Brainstorm mitigates Dark Confidant damage more than it, like, tries to dig them for stuff. There is Brainstorm, Mox Diamond, Thoughtseize, and 4 other cards. Jesus, Dark Confidant draws you so many magic cards. For another Shadow. Yeah, we haven't played against any Shadow in a while. I played some in Paper this past weekend, but I was playing Bomberman. Brainstorm resolves. Wasteland, sure. Mox Diamond, sure. Discarding Trop. Hexmage, sure. So they have 3 cards in it, one of which is Thoughtseize. They have another Abrupt Decay, and we go get a... No, if we go get a Wisp, or... They would have to have Abrupt Decay and Crop Rotation to beat the current board state if we just grab a Wisp and they decay my file. Oh yeah, the Hexmage could pop my Aether Vial, but then they would also need Crop Rotation, and we would need to not have a Wisp tapped, or they would need like a second Crop Rotation. But yeah, we're definitely grabbing a Wisp. Just a thing to know about is the interaction between Hexmage and Aether Vial here. Like, we don't want to attack with both our Wisps, and then they just, like, Hexmage my Vial and then Crop Rotation into Thespian Stage to kill me. Alright. Just really trying to figure out how to not die here, because we're very close to closing the door. You're drawing my port before attacking. Yeah, I think the Planestorm might change things. How's the Wrenn ban? Great! Haven't played against a single Wrenn Six. Some with 1. So what are we trying to beat? What are the ways that we die here? If we send with both, and then don't cast the Flicker Wisp, we die to Crop Rotation. If we send with both and then do cast the other Flicker Wisp, we also die to Crop Rotation, because then they just make the 20/20 and kill me. So neither of those lines beat Crop Rotation. Right? So we need to keep... I think we want to keep the Vial on 3, and then also only send with 1 Wisp. Pro Black Prince and show for lethal. Then they could, what, Hex Mage my Vial... Oh, then if they make a Merit Lage, then we try to Flicker Wisp it, then they Hex Mage my thing. That line loses to Crop Rotation, right? Yeah, I don't think we have any line that beats 2 Crop Rotation, but I think shoving with both Wisps loses to a single Crop Rotation. Deport, you can turn off Crop Rotation for lethal. That's true. Yeah, we might port and go to combat, and then inside of my beginning of combat step, we pro-black the Wisp or and declare attackers. Then if they make the 20/20, we Hex Mage it. Well, we don't turn off the Crop Rotation, but we turn off the ability to Crop Rotate for Thespian Stage and then activate the Thespian Stage for Dark Depths, which they need 2 extra mana for. Yeah, I think porting and then shoving for 8. Because if we just shove for 8, they could potentially cast Crop Rotation. And then Hex Mage my Vial when I try to activate it to put in the Wisp. And then they use the Merit Lage to block a Flicker Wisp, take 5, go to 3. Don't die the Dark Combats maybe, then hit me for 20, right? To be 2 Crop Rotation, you port off Tomb. No, that doesn't work, because then we can't cast the Wisp. I think I'm going to port their Forest. I think this line is mostly lethal. Yeah, see, they have Crop Rotation. Okay. That resolves. They just, like, snapped it off, too. Okay. So now we just attack with 1 Wisp, right? And then we're fine. We're dying to the second Crop Rotation. Wisp was castable here if we port off to him. Yeah, if we were casting in our first main, right? We're burning a bunch of time on this game, but it's whatever. Games against depths are like interesting because of these lines. If they cast the card right here, if we had the ability to cast Wisp here, could we win? I don't think so, right? If they cast Decay there, they're just dying. Then we can just shove with 1 Wisp here, and then die to exactly second Crop Rotation. Swing both Wisps. Then no, if we swing both Wisps, then they can just Thespian Stage their Dark Depths, and then when we try to Wisp their Merit Lage, they Hex Mage my Vial in response. I'm pretty sure I'm just supposed to attack with 1 Wisp. Although then, they make the 20/20 in response to that, and they can block my Wisp, and if I try to pro-black it, then none of it looks that great. There's no way I just pass this turn. Maybe it's supposed to Vial Assault's Crop Rotation. Yeah, I was thinking about that, actually. I guess we trade a Wisp for the Hex Mage, right? And we have 2 Wisps in play versus the Merit Lage, and we have lethal lined up for next turn anyway. With just Wisp, Charming Prince. I know that's not quite lethal, but these bobs might. Math is for blockers. I think I'm supposed to shove with 1 or 0. Token is black, yes. Okay, they just take it. Yeah, I guess that like burns them if I have like Wasteland or something. Or not Wasteland. I guess like Caracas. So they make the 20/20 here. And then I attempt to kill the Marilage. And they Hex Mage it. And then if their last card here is Crop Rotation, or they find a Crop Rotation off these Dark Confidants, then we lose. Well, those cards weren't Crop Rotation. I wonder if there was a way to beat double Crop Rotation. Definitely a tough turn. We burned like 7 minutes of our clock on like that turn. A lot of things to figure out. That's like the big thing about the Depths matchup is just leave as little holes as possible for them to get through. Hex Mage, sure. Port off 2. I don't see how... What is casting? We can talk about it more when I'm not burning my time. You only need them in if they Crop Rotation. So what happens if they Crop Rotation for stage there? How can I cast Wisp for lethal? So I cast Wisp, target the Thespian stage? No, we cast Wisp, target the Hex Mage? Yeah, right? We cast Wisp, target the Hex Mage, and then we win that turn? Right? Because then if they hit my thing, then we can Violin. And their shields are down. Yeah, what are we targeting with Wisp to guarantee lethal that turn? What are we wisping? What are we cast Wisp on what? A Wisp. Okay, that's not lethal though, right? That does beat second Crop Rotation potentially. But we don't get to kill them that turn, but I think it does beat. Yeah. Yeah, the Depths matchup is definitely tricky. Alright, let's put in our stuff. Cut these Thalias. Cut. We have one more card to cut. It's a little awkward because usually we can cut like the local Bomberman player tries his hand at other mono white decks. You know, it happens sometimes. Yeah, I think I see. Yeah, because they don't have a second Crop Rotation up at that turn at that moment anymore. But they also, yeah. So they wait. No, can't they just make the Dark Depths after my Wisp comes into play on end step? Can't they just make the Merit Lage after that? Because we can't present lethal and threaten, like, force them to try to block, right? I don't think. This last cut's probably just Prelate. We're leaving all 3 equipment, which is a little weird. Maybe I'm supposed to, like, bring in the Surgicals for a Stoneforge and a Sophie. Surgical's, like, not that good, but definitely doesn't suck. Let's do it. We want to kill fast, right? Surgical and Dark Depths is a way to kill your Depths opponent very quickly. And also, sort of Fire Ice and Storm just kind of suck in this matchup. Wow, this hand sucks in this matchup. This hand also sucks, but it's like good enough. Tempted to bottom the Stoneforge. See the Stoneforge or Crusader. I probably shouldn't dilly-dally since we're down like 9 million minutes. Crusader's good at killing my opponent. It's probably better than Stoneforge at killing my opponent. I'm assuming we're gonna get Thought Seized at least once. So like my creature curve is not really gonna work out that well. Regardless. Because my Flicker is probably beefing it. All about minimizing risk taking, but sometimes you just cast Aether Vial into basic forest. We could like get 20/20'd here with like Urborg, Crop Rotation, Dark Depths, Vampire Hex Mage. I don't think I'm playing around exactly that line on turn 2. And not playing my Aether Vial. Like, if I had nothing to do, I'd probably go Wasteland Ghost and Plains Go. Oh no, it's happening. Ah, fuck, is it actually happening? Wow, I got wrecked. Can we, like, draw a Caracas, please? Nice Pithing Needle. I guess we just, like, Surgical in for info, right? Oh man, they got some Okos in the sideboard? Love it. Oh, I forgot to close that. I forgot to close the last screenshot that I took. Ding. And concede. Force of Vigor, 2 Okos, 4 Decays, 2 Needles. Okay, nothing out of the ordinary besides the Okos. Does it change my sideboard plans at all? Not really, right? These cards all still suck. Equipment sucks even more because Oko exists. 3 Okos? I only see 2. Oh, they have 1 in hand, yeah. Yeah, I think all these cards still suck. I think we're fine just running it back. What if we don't want Surgical? What if we, like, we cast Surgical and make them play around it, and then we get to, like, actually cast our magic cards that have text? Now that they've explicitly seen Surgical Extraction. Maybe we just board in, like, bad equipment again. None of these other cards really are good. Saying the Prelate's clunky. Sylvie seems pretty low upside for Surgical. Surgical has surprisingly low upside in the Depths matchup, honestly. Like, a lot of competent Depths players will, like, play around it for a long time. But sometimes they can't. Sometimes you just, like, wreck them. So it's, like, not unreasonable. Sophie and Stoneforge do just, like, kind of suck in this matchup. I'm kind of into either way. This game 2 is fast. We have plenty of time for game 3 here. I'm probably supposed to keep this. This guy just needs to find, like, a land to be relevant. We have 2 Flicker Wisps. At sorcery speed, notably. But the second Flicker Wisp makes the first Flicker Wisp better. I don't like mulliganing. That's probably, like, good enough. And also, we're just gonna, like, get turn 2'd and miss our 3rd land drop. Turn 2ing your Death-Tax's opponent on the draw is, like, infinitely riskier than doing it on the play. They can actually cast 3 drops. When are you splashing blue and green for Elks? Good question. Robert. Ooh, that's a good draw. Let's go get GT. Reveal Bayou. Bayou gone. Second Bob? Not second Bob. Hexmate. Alright. Ugh. So now we have to be extremely nervous. Oh man, I would have snapped off that block there. Come on, opponent. So if they have Crop Rotation, we could die. So we could just Council's Judgment here, and just Judgment the Hex Mage, right? Not unreasonable. Seems like probably our best line. Our other lines that protect us from protect us from Merit Lage are Flicker Wisp and Flicker Wisp my Caracas. And like that's the only line. Or just like cast GT, leave up Caracas or something, or cast Relic Ward on Mox Diamond, which seems pretty bad in this board state. And leave up Caracas. We really want them to go for it, though, so we can Surgical Extraction all the Dark Depths. Maybe I'm supposed to want to save this Council Judgment for the Bob, although the GTA can kill the Bob. Cutting Giver for Giver completely correct. Plagueisure is like kind of relevant, yes, but not nearly to the point that Wrenn Six was. Wow, rude. Hopefully we draw a line so we don't just fucking die. Attack me. Oh, it's not a land. Well, we're not dying this turn, at least. So it's probably correct to try to get GTA online. I think it's better. Aether Vial is just gonna be way too slow in this game, I feel. Ugh. Decay my GTA, yep. Surgical, their UCs to send a message. The reason not to use the Stoneforge ability? Nope. Kind of just walked into that one. Although, arguably, I'd rather have a Stoneforge in play here than a Umzawa's GTA. Now they have a stage in play, so now we are dead to a Crop Rotation again. I have to imagine it's in their hand. We didn't draw a land, so we're probably dead. Yeah, we're just dying to Crop Rotation. Hey, they don't have it. We're not dead yet. Herborg. Substees. I'm doing pretty good. Alright. Please top deck land. Pretty please. Really would enjoy drawing a land here. That's not a land deck. That is in fact an Aether Vial. Yeah, alright, we're dead. We're back to square dead. They also have Sigiri Step Protection here, so they can like pretty freely go for it because we can't even like plow that we've been like trying to represent here. What's with you losing the favorables and winning the unfavorables? Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing. It definitely happens. This game definitely got the better of us, like just not hitting land drops with a bunch of like very good Magic cards in our hand. Our play here is swing with all, right? Play around like plowing my own thing, because I can plow theirs. I guess, no, we could like potentially block the ball and plow my own thing. But yeah, we're already Dang. I stand by not playing around the actual turn 2. Game 2. I think that's almost never correct if you have the option of like cast a 1-drop or play around getting turn 2'd. Yeah, we should pair against Belcher and just win handedly. That's how this karma should work tonight. Not surgically with the depths of the... I mean, we were just like actually dead, so it didn't matter. Obviously, surgically depths if it mattered there. We had pretty good odds of winning that game, I think, if we could actually find like more lands. Ugh, Batter School and Openers. Batter School and Opener with double Stoneforge is much better. This hand is pretty soft to Wasteland, but I think I'm into it. It's okay, my opponent's just going to be on Belcher, and they're going to mull to 5 and not kill me on turn 1, and then die to my Thalia. More Mox Diamond decks. Is this one also depths, or is this like no depths? No lands with Bayou? Hey, basic plains. Solid draw. Is there a reason that I should play it here? Over, like, with this Wasteland? If they have a Wasteland, they just hit the port anyway. I don't think there's a reason not to play it, though. Because it's not like we're playing on our only white source to get, like, ported away forever. We'll be able to cast our spells regardless. Or not cast them if we, like, also get Wasteland this turn or something. Just looks like lands with Black Splash. This probably is finding a life from the loam. They discarded life from loam. That's pretty good for us. Oh, they just had 2. Alright. I wonder what they gambled for then. I can't imagine it was another life from the loam. Maybe it was like a Punishing Fire. So yeah, so they... Man, if they didn't actually have, like, the second loam, we could potentially have, like, Wasteland of the Taiga and Friction Reverberant Mox Diamond. But they have Bayou and Misty in hand, so, like, that plan isn't really a thing. I think we're just Stoneforging for Sword of Fire and Ice to try to fend off Punishing Fire. Wasteland is kind of an important card to hold sometimes if you can afford to, like... Obviously, we're going to play it on turn 4 to, like, double spell if we need to, but it's nice to hold your Wastelands in hand sometimes to, like, punch through Glacial Chasms or Maze of Iths on important turns. The Cloned One, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Sorcery Speed P-Fire, my thing. Dang. You're supposed to wait for me to put in the sword, and I can surprise Batter Skull. Yeah, we're getting waste locked. That's not good. Planes? Well, they don't. They also don't have a Grove yet necessarily, so this is the turn that we want to set up. Being able to sword them, so I think we're gonna cast Sword this turn to try to like hit land 4 and like play an equip or something. Alternatively, we could Recruiter for Prelate here, but we can't cast the Prelate yet. If we had white, I think I would Recruiter for Prelate. Oh, there's a cat in here. Didn't even notice. Second Mox Time is bad for me. Grove is also bad for me. None of this is good. Just like not even getting back Loams is pretty decent for me, I suppose. Charming Prince does nothing. Guess now the plan is... Yeah, they can just waste that Oblivion, but the opponent just decided to not get back their Loam this turn for some reason. Which lets us... they also didn't port me. Which is also kind of weird. Hey, don't do that, cat. Stop being a punk. Yeah, sure, punishing farmer thing in response for some reason. Hey, nope, don't go behind my monitor stuff, you dumb cat. Now we're probably pretty boned unless we can rip a bunch of basic planes off the top. Requesting dog cam. This is actually the other cat, the cat named Cat. Because now they can get their life from loan back, wasteland me, port me. So that puts us off of 3 mana. This is a 20. No, this is a 24 land list. Not porting me. But it's making really weird decisions. Not porting me last turn. Also not porting me this turn. Instead of choosing to hold up like Punishing Fire. I'm gonna cast a Thalia that they can't Punishing Fire, and then they have to like 3 mana Punishing Fire next turn at least. Which like isn't the worst. But obviously we could like severely punish them by destroying basic planes and playing Sacred Prelate. Seems like kinda wild that they didn't do that. Well, there's Dark Depths and Thespian stage, so time's certainly running short here. Three mana Punching Fire plus 2 mana Loam back the Thespian stage to the Depths and then play one of them. Or not. I guess they could play stage here. Or they're just gonna like Wasteland Lock me. No, that's dumb. Wasteland Locking me is bad because we rip a land, we get to protect the Thalia. They do have a Maze of Ith, notably, too, which we can't deal with the following turn, even if we do rip a land to put the sword on the Thalia. Which also, it looks like they've decided to cast the Punishing Fire here. They've realized the error of their ways. Not that it really matters, because we're so far behind here. Right on time, and very castable, Tomek. As always. I guess we're supposed to, like, maybe scry. Like, I think we're, like, a million turns too late, but... Might have actually wanted to scry with Charming Prince last turn. Am I supposed to just scry lands? I could just hold on to the Wasteland, I guess, because we need to find a white source. But we need to also have a 3rd land at some point. Until I cast. I think this game's over regardless. I don't think we can win. My opponent also just has the combo rolled up. And a Maze of Ith. So, like, we can't really be hitting them with the Sword of Fire and Ice, even if we, like, find a weak point. We would need to get the Tomek and the Prelate down and answer the first Merit Lage in order to win. Like, we're keeping Wasteland because it produces mana, not because we're going to use Wasteland against our opponent. We're topping the Wasteland to cast spells. Opponent has disconnected. Alright. The opponent gets hit by Meteor Plane in full effect. They're back. Ghost Quarter locking me is, like, objectively the incorrect line here, right? They're also just, like, not porting me off this last land. They just, like, keep tapping the port as if it doesn't have other abilities. I guess this does shuffle away the cards that I topped. So I guess it's not objectively incorrect. That's not bad. They can buy back the P-Fire, cast the P-Fire. They can't kill my Tomek, right? We are free. Indeed, lackey. Well, I mean, I'm not winning by not casting this Tomek. Probably just have, like, second P-Fire in hand. We're just gonna get bodied, but that's life. Oh, of course, they milled the Blast Zone. If they can't get my Tomek off the board, then... Oh no, they do have enough with extra Grove. Never mind. Now we die. They needed the second Grove to kill me here. Opponent disconnected again. After trying to kill my Tomek. So now we're just dead, right? We could rip third land here and then cast the Sanctum Prelate. Then they still have the whole Dark Depths combo in hand, but we could draw like Caracas or like a Plow potentially. Yeah, opponent is definitely not playing optimally, but like we're so far behind. Yeah, fuck Wrenn Six. Thank God. Rip a land, sometimes punished. Probably like are still unfavored to win this game even if we draw land for this Prelate. Alright. Imagine they should have like Dark Depths me like 3 turns ago. So the plan is to Depths stage me. Sure, they finally remembered their port has text. We drew a Plow. We just take 20, right? If they have a crop rotation to hit me with a Merit Lage. We can just take 20. I think I really just want to connect with this. Oh no, they'd actually block the second Prelate, then we'd like super die. Maybe we just equip say go, so we have the Plow up for future turns. River over the Moxen. It's not unreasonable. The plan is still just like take 20. Is Triple Stone Rain good when my opponent has 8 mana sources and like nothing in their whole deck to cast? It's entirely beside the point. I mean, Triple Stone Raining is pretty good. I think the better play would be equip the Prelate with the Sword of Fire and then not attack. Because if we walk into crop rotation, I think we lose, whereas we could potentially win this game. We miss out on 6 damage if they don't have crop rotation, which is huge. Can we piece together their whole hand from, like, Life from the Loams? I've not... This is things that I usually do in paper, but I just have absolutely not been doing right now. We know that one of their cards in hand is Dark Depths, but, like... And Maze. Yeah, Dark Depths, Maze. I don't think we really know any of the other cards. We saw the one fetch. Yeah, stops them from finding, like, Barbering to kill the Prelate. I mean, they could, like, do the fancy Barbering Thespian stage trick. They have a Bayou in the yard here. Do they have a Wasteland? No, they don't have the Wasteland in hand. Attack for 2, leave up. I guess, yeah, I guess hitting them for 2 is free. Because then if they make the Mirror Lage, we plow it. That's fair. And then an equip post-combat. Yeah, that's reasonable. We at least get in some chip damage and not walk into a Mirror Lage. Although, if they... no, this was dumb. I should have done it. Because if they had Crop Rotation, they just Crop Rotation for Barbering in response to the equip and then just kill me. That was dumb. I should have just hit them for 6. If they have Crop Rotation, we're not winning anyway, because they don't have access to the Barbering still. Poor me, sure. Hey, my opponent gave us a lot of windows to win this game. If we manage to win it, they deserve it. Yeah, Roger's like actually good now. Start choking their mana. Opponent is at 31. You'd be surprised how fast the Sword of Fire and Ice kills someone, though. But they do have a Maze of It in hand, so it's going to be a lot slower. Probably want to get this Stoneforge going. Actually, we just Wasteland's Maze of It. Yeah, never mind. We're good. Ooh, another plow. That's also good. Ding. Their Blast Zone's in their yard, so they can't even draw it. Let's Stoneforge for GT and then cast GT, I think, and we can like Batter Skull plus equip GT next turn. No, we can't cast the GT because Prelate's on 2. And I'll just play Thalia. I mean, our Prelate's a 4/4. Pretty sure they don't have a lot of outs. They'd have to be like Barbering into stage the Barbering and double Barbering the Prelate, and then they might not even have enough time after that because we'll have enough on the board. Yeah, I saw character for a brief moment after, like, right after Prelate happened. Especially main deck would be, like, pretty wild. It's like, main deck Cosmic Return seems insane. I don't even think Walking Ballista does it yet. They can only play it for not even 3 right now. They need another land drop to play it for 3. Maybe they're just Dobbs. They definitely threw this game in the trash can for me. Hey, you can make another Mirror Lage. I don't think they're dead now because we have to make them gain 20. Wait, no, we might be able to attack through a Mirror Lage. No, they're at 13. I don't think we can attack through a Mirror. Sure. Well, now we can just draw Caracas, I guess. Dang, never lucky. Yeah, I'll put it in the GTA here. Opponent, yeah, opponent continuing to just absolutely refuse to Rashad port me at any point in this game. Oh man, we gained life. They can buy back their Punishing Fire. Unlucky. Opponent ported on like that one turn. There's another Thespian stage. I think I'm suiting up. Okay, they finally decided to concede. Went on Punishing Fire when Mom was tapped. The Pearl was on 2. They couldn't cast Punishing Fire. I was joking about the, oh no, we gained life so they can buy back the Punishing Fire, because they can't cast Punishing Fire or Life from Loam. They did port me twice. They ported me like on turn 1, and then like, I think they might have ported me like 3 times. Yeah, Pearl like always goes on 2 versus lands. Alright. These cards seem good. DC MTG, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Maybe even these Cataclysms. Cataclysm might be more relevant against lands nowadays. Because, like, Prell isn't nearly as hard of a lock anymore. Shit like Blast Zone exists. Exalt these. I'm supposed to just axe my Mother of Runes. My Mothers of Runes. Sideboard is important because sort of Fire Nice is your most important card. Mirror Seer probably sucks. It like is good at just randomly punching them, but it's so bad against card Punching Fire, which is the card you're probably most worried about. Because they live by the creed that port spoils after turn 4. Yeah, I have no idea what they were doing. They played that game 1 like very suboptimally. We definitely should have lost that. So it's early 2019 Legacy. Hey, we're playing cards that were printed in late 2019. We got 1. Tomek was War of the Spark. We get 2 whole cards. Look at that. Lands has Blast Zone. Probably cut these Revokers, right? Revokers are only really good against Molten Vortex. Does Lands even play Molten Vortex anymore? Shave these moms. Wait, are we on the 6? No, we're not on the 61 card special. Sideboard 15, Mandic 60. We should be good. Unless my cardboard live list is incorrect. In which case, definitely not. I wouldn't play 61 cards. I'm not a madman. Yeah, let's look at this. Well, his hand is bad. Alright, I'll change the CBL list. I guess I forgot to cut one of the cards. Oh, yeah, I forgot to cut something. What is it? Second Mirror Crusader. Boom, done. Save. Refresh. Update stream. Alright, should be good. New list should be updated. Mulligan. Ugh. think I'm supposed to keep this hand. I'm really not happy about it, though. Surgical Extractions goes a long way, but one land goes a very short way. What am I looking into 5, actually? Does that mean I want Surgical more, or like I want multiple lands more? What else does she want? The ability to cast more of my spells, perhaps. Snap Mole. They're on 5. Like... Yeah, probably. This hand doesn't do jack. Not Wrenn Six ban. Should I really go back to playing Grixis Silvers? Oh, and I think Grixis is a lot worse. I think Grixis or Blue-Red is a lot stronger now. Yeah, I think I'm looking at this hand too. This hand kind of sucks, but definitely a keep on 5. Shipping the Plow probably, and I'm supposed to keep Wasteland and like 2 Wastelands and 2 Plains. Like, Wasteland actually kind of sucks if my opponent doesn't go lower. If my opponent goes like 4, then maybe Wasteland does anything. But there's an easy chance that we have no answer to Life from the Loam, and then like these Wastelands don't have text. I don't think we want to bank on Wastelanding my opponent's 35 land deck out of existence. I think we're bottoming Plow and Wasteland. Yeah, definitely don't want to Wasteland that one. Are you casting for 1 colorless in this matchup? Oh, sure. Aether Vial, I guess. I don't really see this in a land sideboard a lot. I feel like there aren't a lot of activated abilities that are putting a ton of pressure on them. That's a good draw. Wasteland Earthstone Portal and Surgical it so they can't use it for mana. 6 million IQ plays. I hope they just like cast a Surgical for no value. Sure, you port me, whatever. I don't think I'm supposed to Wasteland this for shot and port. Classic, yeah, classic deck with 9 million lands and only like 1.5 important colors gets mana screwed. Light from the Loam. This is fine. We can Surgical it. They don't have the ability to cycle, and they've already played land for turn, so yeah. Is there a reason to like Surgical on their turn versus my turn? Not really, right? Rather work with more information. But yeah, no, they can't cycle with colorless, probably. Ooh. Hoo-hoo-hoo. Alright, I think I'm still Surgicaling this Loam. It also lets me see their hand to see if this Prelate on 2 is just like infinite gas. Remember to click on the one in the graveyard first before anything else. Wow, they boarded down on Loams. We only have 2. What do they got? Only 2 Punishing Fires? What? Cindervines? Chalice? What? Drop of Honey? Sure. Force of Vigor? Sure. They have very little ways to get a Prelate off the board, it looks like. Do you still name 2 with all those 1-mana spells? I don't know. 2 Punishing Fires look kind of scary. It's like exactly... Oh, they boarded in Thoughtseize, too. That's what the Bayou's for. Huh. Weird. It's a weird... Yeah, weird list, certainly. It's like 1 drop of honey, 2 gambles, 4 crop rotations. Do they not have a... They don't have a barb ring either. They have exactly Blast Zone. Yeah, we're just putting some, too. Just beats, like, Punishing Fire, which is one of the 4 ways they have to get a Prelate off the board. Yeah, drop of honey... I guess crop rotation for Blast Zone technically does it, so I think 1 actually technically turns off more outs to the Singed Prelate. Stage. I guess we have to be wary of getting depths. I mean, we're just going to play this Flicker Wisp anyway, so... I don't know, we just have this Wasteland. What am I talking about? I'm still going to cast this Wisp to up the pressure here. They actually have crop... No, we know their whole hand. No, we don't. We know one card. So they actually drew Crop Rotation Return. We can still just block the Wisp unless they top deck. On top of that, a way to somehow take my Wisp off the board. When I Prince just Scry. I think I just want to get pressured to like whether I want to like draw cards, right? I guess we could just try to Scry to Cataclysm. Which is pretty good. But I kind of just want them dead. Casting Prince also does die to Crop Rotation, being my opponent's last unknown card. Become the target of Wasteland, yeah, sure, whatever. And we have like 2 Wisps, right? Okay. They have more green mana. We don't need to waste on this. Taiga, they have a fetch in hand. Seemed like not a great use of that Wasteland. I'm not going to lie to you, opponent. Wasting Portal is the power move. Alright, now we'll scry with our Charming Prince. Just bottom the Surgical. Guess we could just Surgical the Thespian Stage to really make sure we don't die, but... Oh no, they found the Blast Zone. Definitely too late. We can also just Flicker Wisp the Blast Zones and stuff. Or just Wasteland the Blast Zone. We have so many things we can do. Pump up that Blast Zone. You got it, opponent. Get it all the way up to 2. Yeah. You know what? Fuck your Blast Zone. You got it. Yes, we could have ignored the Blast Zone and still killed them. Yes, I just wanted to kill the Blast Zone. Crop Rotation for stage does not kill us. Yeah, we did it. Got him. Definitely could have ignored the Blast Zone, and definitely should have, because that was the optimal play. But instead, we decided to BM. Because fuck Blast Zone, am I right? What are we playing at so far? So we've lost our probably what I would consider our two best matchups in the format. In Blue-Red Delver and Depths. And then we beat Grixis Control, and then we just beat Lands, so like, and we're just living in backwards town today. Lands I don't think is like that bad, but I think the scales have tipped back towards unfavored with the addition of Blast Zone. Definitely should have lost game 1. Alright, that seems good. Thought D&T absolutely rolled lands. It's definitely been back and forth. It used to be lands rolled D&T, and then probably got printed, and then D&T was really good against lands, and then lands got Blast Zone. And like Field of the Dead and stuff. Oh, Mir, you guys tried to snipe me? Apparently, Drizzoth, when he sniped me with his anti-mono white list, apparently he had been trying it for like days. Sniping people is really hard. God, that was such a fucking great the way to end that stream. With Drizzoth just sniping with like the main deck massacres and shit. Stormbreath Dragon. God. That was so funny. It's weird watching a white wing deck that gets like good cards. True. Wow, just Mox Diamonds everywhere. Jesus. Mox Diamond Clown Fiesta today. I think I want to plow this in Wasteland or Wasteland. And then we get to move over their Mox Diamond next turn. Is this the same person? This isn't the same person. This is Killer Kitten 932. So this could be 4-color Loam, right? Or it could be Depths. I think regardless, I think I want to wasteland this Wasteland. Because if it's Depths, they have their Wasteland to wasteland my Wasteland, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, this is the person Mir just played 2 matches ago? Okay. That would make more sense on why you thought that I played them. Anyway. Ding. Yeah. I'm more inclined to say 4C with this opening. And I'm kind of into just wastelanding Wasteland and then sniping their Mox Diamond. Although they don't get to like cast Wrenn Six here. They cast like another Bob and then we plow it. Oh, that's kind of annoying. That's definitely rude. That's also rude. I think I'm still supposed to just revoke this Mox Diamond. Revoke your library. Big brain. I mean, library was only activated ability on like 1 printing. But it wasn't actually activated ability. They're just really bad at warding cards back then. I am allowed to revoke library. This is a fact. Maybe they just have no lands in their top 3 cards. And they just like take 8. Oh, dang, unlucky. Cast an Alpine Moon, naming Darksteel Citadel. Yeah, in fairness, that is true. Not like Sylvan Library is much better worded nowadays. Yeah. I definitely just should look at the top 3 cards. Like, why does it have to draw them? Look at your top 3 cards. Then you can then you can pay 4 life to draw a card afterwards, right? Revoker names doesn't matter. What's your go-to stuff? Yeah, a little bit context dependent. Against Dredge, you can name Dredge, which is always fun. Abandoned Hope's at the top of the list, and it's like kind of a classic, but it's a little bit boring. I like to name, like, what is it? There's some, like sacrifice something. Like, when Revoker's just chump blocking, I'll name, like, something that, like, it's just going to kill itself. Extinguish all hope. Yeah, you can name, I think technically in paper you're allowed to name, this seems like a weird play. This is not a giver for Wrenn's opponent. Yeah, you're not allowed to name schemes in paper, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure this is just 4-color loam. Take a shot every time. Mother of Runes is better than Giver of Runes. Go. Take this up to 3 because we can cast our 2s here. Yeah, that was not a good Abrupt Decay. I'm gonna Wasteland their Bayou here. Nice. We did it. Hang on, I gotta deal with this cat. Hey, punk, what you doing? What you doing, punk? Trying to climb on the desk? Or what you doing? Considering it's 17 with a library, yeah, I don't know. Suppose because they just shuffled, so I get to see 3 fresh cards. I don't know. Sometimes people like conceding. Does dog identify as cat or dog? Dog definitely acts like a dog. That's why we named her dog. Yeah, I think they did change the ruling. You used to not be allowed to name cards that weren't legal in the format you were playing, but I think now the rules you can just name anything. Don't really know. Hey! Don't really know why that rule would have been changed or was ever relevant, but... My opponent doesn't know how Mom works, so maybe I should keep them in. That mean I can Wrenn Six still? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can. What do I usually cut? A Stoneforge and Jite. Yeah, but why would they... I'm pretty sure they changed the rules on what you can name, right? So, like, what caused a change in the comprehensive rules? I thought that there used to be a rule that said you couldn't name cards that weren't legal in the format you were playing. I could be mistaken. Oh, they just clarified, so maybe there's just some ambiguity. Let's color Revoker. Sand sucks. Sand's actually kind of close to being good, weirdly enough. Palace Jailer is exceptionally good in this matchup, and the ability to just have almost locked turn 4 Palace Jailer makes me actually a little bit tempted to keep this hand, honestly. Stomach and Charming Prince upgrade's worth it. I mean, they're very cheap, so if you want to upgrade and buy them, it's fine. I don't think they're nearly as necessary now. I actually keep this in. Yeah, I'm certainly tempted. Like, Palace Jailer is bananas against 4-color loam. We even get to, like, Recruiter... We could, like, Recruiter Prince if they tap low on their turn 3 or whatever. You know what? Fuck it. We're keeping this hand. Let's see how. Let's push the limits on how good Palace Jailer is. What are they gonna do? I don't know. Cast 2 creatures. I hope we get Queen Marchesa. Said, get out of here. Get out of here with that talk. No one ever wants me to win. Chat always against me. The fact that we have 2 ports does make this hand a lot better, too. We actually do have things to do in the early game. Ooh. That was a very good pickup. Terrible tendency to root against the streamers I watch. I have that problem sometimes, too. Opponent deftly playing around my Rashadan ports. I'm going to play port here instead of Caracas. As much as I want them to wasteland my Caracas, if they have a Abrupt Decay on my Aether Vial, then they'll have mana exposed to the Rashadan port at least. And if they don't, it's whatever. We'll be getting Liliana of the Veiled. This feels like a Liliana of the Veil. Hopefully it's like a Knight of the Reliquary. Oh, I'm so tired. I forgot how long D&T matchups take. I guess it's actually fine, right? We just can Council Judgment those 2. We just discard this extra Caracas. I remember when 3-mana walkers were fair. I remember when people were complaining about the power level of Liliana of the Veil being too good. Opponent discards Plow. Nice. Nice. God, I'm really tempted to not Council Judgment this Liliana of the Veil. Oh. Liliana was really good in a Shred RTR standard. She saw play in Jund. It's like one of the best decks. Just keep porting. God, if they just like they have 2 cards in it. Yeah, what are we discarding if they when they plus the Lily again? Oh god. Oh. You could turn 2 low in that standard. Most people weren't, right? Because Deathray was not a playable Magic card. Oh yeah, they played some of them did play Arbor Elf though. Yeah, I didn't see lists that played Arbor Elf. I don't think quite the same decks, but yeah. Prince get Jailer knowing you'll get there. then tick Vial up to 4, tick Vial up to 3, put Prelate on 2, tick Vial up to 4, Jailer them. I was 100% as Council Judgment, and then we do this Cataclysm. Cataclysm is really good, and also have 2 cards in hand, so like, if they keep discarding cards, it's good. But what are we discarding if this Liliana Pluses is my thing, which makes me kind of want to Council's Judgment this, and like, just, we don't need to cast Cataclysm yet? Is that I like all the cards in my hand. We're discarding the Council's Judgment? That seems horrible. Then I would just cast the Council's Judgment. I'm casting this Council's Judgment. There's no way this Cataclysm isn't good later. I mean, the fact of the matter is that Cataclysm could potentially eat multiple walkers. Man, they have Windswept Eighth in play? What a jerk. Now it's like actually super risky to Jailer them. What a bully. I I mean, we could just set up to council to jailer them next turn, right? They would need double removal. They just need one removal. Our recruiter dies. Our jailer's Our recruiter dies. Yeah, if they just have a way to kill my jailer, they fetch Giant Arbor here and take Monarchy, and we get fucked. After all this, I'm joking that you're gonna get you heard all you have to say is what a jerk. I mean, this is like the worst engineer that could have been today. It's speed blocker through Vial. No, where we have to use the Vial to get to the jailer this turn. We have to Vial on the recruiter, it dies the engineer immediately, then we play land and cast the jailer the engineer. Just counter them now, then recruiter take up to 4. I mean, I don't love that. I kind of like it. They have 1 card in hand. Probably good enough. Oh yeah, if Perla was the jailer, then yeah, then we're sitting fine for sure. We just get to hardcast jailer, eat this. Yeah, play port, Cataclysm, keep port. Play planes, port them seems pretty fine. Recruiter gets eaten by the engineer, and then untap and jailer the engineer, and then we're fine. Cat can get more value. I mean, but yeah, but they're just gonna die. They have 1 card in hand, right? We could always just cat at them next turn. Let's cat at them next turn. Double port's almost Cataclysm here anyway. I'll get punished if they like blow my Aether Vial or something. Can I port their Windswept Heath? Is that stupid? Stupid. They could potentially keep the Windswept Heath. Oh no, we're just like not casting Cataclysm now. Never mind. Although if that's the case, we did want to actually pour this Windswept Heath. They have 1 card in hand. Goodbye, Recruiter of the Guard. I think I'm going to leave the Vial on 3. Prelate on 2 here. And cast Jailer. Did I say Prelate on 3? I'm in Prelate on 2. Prelate off the Vial on 3. Second engineer going. We can be a second engineer because we're killing the first one. Woof. It's not bad. Although we're putting this Prelate on 2, so I guess it does get worse. We get punished by like 2-drop removal spell, like Abrupt Decay plus Plow plus Fetch Giant Arbor here. This was kind of dumb, because they could Golgari Charm me now. That's the last card I was supposed to do this in the opposite order. Because, like, this... Oh, no, they can't Golgari Charm me. There's a problem in play. I'm dumb, don't mind me. But I was thinking, because there's no realistic 2-drop that I care about them casting on my Jailer, because they would have to break this fetch, and that means they can't Arbor me. Was my thoughts about, like, I don't need to put in the Prelate first. So I was thinking about a way that I could potentially get punished for that. I think the only world is... Second Swords of Plowshares plus Abrupt Decay, or plus Assassin's Trophy, or Punishing Fire. But they also didn't crack the fetch for Arbor, so they just don't have it and they're dead. Because now we get to leave up Rashad board to be Dried Arbor, just hit them. they're on 4 color loam. Okay, next level with the double Giant Arbor tech. Just blow me the fuck out. We still beat that. Even if they take Monarchy, we can just Judgment the Engineer and hit them. So yeah, we can just attack here. We cannot, in fact, cast the Sword of Fire. We could have cast the Sword of Fire and Ice instead of attacking, potentially. But we can just cast the Sword of Fire and Ice this next turn. We've hit land drops off of the Monarch. We cannot Judgment Arbor, correct. You cannot vote for a land. Deal. You got it. Tap. Maze Vith. Alright. Well, that makes my Sword of Fire and Ice worse. I guess we could always just port it. Yeah, tap Dried Arbor is sweet. Or Schadenport their Dried Arbor. Wisp is a good pickup as well. I guess we just play the Sword of Fire and Ice, hit them for 2 here. They're just super dead here. It's like never even needed to cast this Cataclysm. Tap. Are they dead? Yeah, they're dead. Why would I do that, Static, when I could instead let them suffer? I'm definitely gonna flicker out this Tabernacle on end step though, because I don't want to deal with those fucking triggers. Now I'm just gonna kill them. I don't want to deal with Tabernacle triggers. Fuck right off. Fuck you, MTGO, yeah, exactly. Man, what if my opponent's been sandbagging that Source of Plowshares? Alright, we did it. We got our pity chest. Close this shit. Get out of here. Why would we take the good line when my opponent is 9 million years from winning this game? Yeah, we won a bunch of not great matchups, and although I guess the 4-color matchup's probably like favorable again with the loss of Wrenn Six. List observations, I don't know. Charming Prince sucks. Sideboard sucks. Chalice sucked, but we also just never saw any Tundras. Chalice is actually okay. We played against Red Delver. Start saying I give our mother a piece of Plague Engineer friends. I mean, I think I'm on Mother of Runes because it's just a lot better than Giver of Runes. Until Plague Engineer, like, until the meta settles down and, like, a bunch of people are playing Plague Engineer. Like, the only times you're really scared of Plague Engineer as a card are against the blue-black X decks, like the Grixis controls or the bug controls or whatever. Like, against Grixis Delver, you're putting in a bunch of removal anyway, so it's not as backbreaking. Because you can just kill it. Whereas, versus, like, Grixis Control, it's tougher because you usually board out your plows. You don't have all that extra removal to deal with it. But, yeah, sometimes you're just going to get punished with your mother into Thalia curves. I think that's fine. I think that's perfectly valid. Giver is just a lot worse than Mom in plenty of instances. Yeah, Avenger isn't getting K commanded back. Something Break the Mirror. I think play better Break the Mirror. Honestly, I don't think you should be like sideboarding cards for the mirror with this deck, especially given how just like ridiculously swingy games can be, regardless of what your sideboard looks like. Death and Taxes games like tend to be like pretty luck-sacky at times, so I don't think like trying to target it with the sideboard is like that great. Also, I hate Gideon. Fuck Gideon. Gideon is not a good Magic card in this deck anymore. Atomic, I think, is an okay card. You can cut it. I'm playing it kind of in the Saravenger slot. I think it's better than Saravenger right now. But I think I could easily do with neither of them. Walking Ballista could be a fine one-off again. Good against like the Baleful Strix decks, good in the mirror, stuff like that. Or does Manriki land on the Gideon scale? No, Manriki's bad. Alright, Manriki's worse than Gideon. You got me. Could see a Ballista making its way into the main or the sideboard, though, for sure. Yeah, Ballista being good versus both Death and Taxes and Grixis. I mean, I guess Gideon's not, like, actually that good in the mirror, but it's just more flexible. You can even main deck it if you want. I don't know. There's a lot of cards I kind of want to be playing, or at least trying, like I talked about at the beginning of the stream here. But, obviously, you don't have space to play everything, right? So I'm definitely going to be messing around with what cards impress me, what cards let me down. I think Charming Prince is just kind of, it's one of those cards that you can take it or leave it, I think, now that having 1 toughness is far less of a liability. Take out Chalice because I play Shadow. I think 3 is definitely too many Chalices, at least right now, until the meta settles into something that, like, if Miracles is really scary. And if Miracles is really scary, I think there are probably better plans of attack than Chalice of the Void is. 3 is 3 too many. I guess we'll see. Meta is up in the air. I'm going to be playing a ton of Death and Taxes with Wrenn Six gone. Do have to play a little bit of Bomberman every now and again, though. Just to see how it feels in the new meta as well. Squadron Hawks are on my list. I think Force of Virtues. I don't think I would play main deck Force of Virtues in Squawks. I think I would sideboard like 2, maybe 3 or something. But with Wrenn Six dead, I think the ability to just like hard counter Wrenn Six, where you play your Squadron Hawk and then they Wrenn Six ping it, and then you flash in Force in response, and then you get to attack and clear the Wrenn Six. That play pattern no longer exists. I think the appeal of having that instant speed 1 toughness bump is less good. But Squadron Hawk might actually be the real deal if Tundras are scary. Yeah, maybe you still get to play like 1 or 2 in the main, but it's not just like 4 and 4. It's definitely an option. I think Squawks might actually be fine if Miracles is if Mystic Sanctuary Miracles is the thing, but we didn't see it at all today. But obviously, sample size of 5 matches. Anyway, it's late. I'm tired. I need to go to bed. I always forget how long D&T leagues take. So, gotta find someone to host here. All right, sweet people playing Legacy. Oh, nice, Card Kingdom. I always forget that Card Kingdom does. Oh, not muted. I always forget that Card Kingdom streams Paper Legacy on Mondays, so we'll go host them. But anyway, thanks everybody for watching today. I hope you had a good time. If you like Death and Taxes content, if you like Legacy content, feel free to drop a follow, subscribe, donate, etc., etc. Gonna be jamming some Thalias for a hot minute. 11T billion. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. But yeah, breath of fresh air. Wrenn Sixless format. Get pumped. Everyone is excited, including me. I'm very excited. Fuck Wrenn Six. Wrenn Six sucks. Wrenn Six can suck a fat one. Have a good week, y'all. I am out of here as soon as I type /host card kingdom. Peace.